And he sat in that queue for 2 hours because nobody needs DPS. Warcraft Rumble, the game you can play while you're waiting in queues. Battle between queues. Oh shit, it's gonna be a thing. We got nothing to make more tanks want to play this game or healers. But for sure, you can play this game while you queue. It's like playing playing Peggle, the Peggle add-on while you were playing WoW.
So excited that you're here to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with us. When the game first came out in 2004, I remember Facebook had just launched. I'd been in the game industry for a handful of years when I picked up WoW, and I was in awe. Even when I was running about and exploring on my Night Elf Hunter, I made friends who would group with me and tackle just about anything, including helping me save 40 gold for my first mount. I loved it. I still do, just like many of you. And as most of you know, the game saw absolutely explosive growth in the early years and brought multiplayer gaming to the mainstream. That in turn created countless friendships, camaraderie, and escape for people every day. It still does 20 years later.
There we go. The good cinematics.
We dug into our history and discovered that across 2 decades, together, we've accumulated 1 billion days of time played in Azeroth.
Seems kind of low. it's kind of low.
So many of you have joined us over the years. Some of you have met partners in the world and gotten married. Some of you have even named your kids and pets after characters and locations in the game. Veterans from all over the world. Those who are hearing or visually impaired or have physical challenges. We've welcomed seniors, even whole families playing together with their kids, and so many more who call our world home. No matter who you are, when you come to Azeroth, you can live how you want and be who you want to be. It's a gift for so many, and certainly to us. We feel it every day. One of those special stories is live now on Netflix in a documentary called The Remarkable Life of Evelyn. Steen,
this stuff makes me sad. It makes me sad, actually.
Lived a life in Azeroth that he couldn't in the real world. He suffered from Duchenne muscular dystrophy for most of his life and fought it courageously alongside his incredible family, who I'm proud to have met and fallen in love with. Because of Mats and his role-play guild called Starlight, his family discovered the power of online game communities and advocate for gaming around the world as a source of joy and companionship. Sadly, Mats was taken from this world and Azeroth far too soon. Because of Mats and stories like his, we were inspired to create a charity pet program for Classic and our modern game to support Cure Duchenne, a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving and extending the lives of those affected by Duchenne muscular dystrophy. We want to thank you in advance for giving to this cause that offers support to people just like Mats.
I'm going to look into this and I'm going to see if legit this is going towards the cause or if they're doing this as some sort of like write-off, you know, like how like McDonald's asks you to pay change just so they get their tax or they can get their payment to it written off. Like if it's something like that, like I'm calling it out. I hope it's not scummy like that.
Now we have our 20th anniversary celebration running in-game. We've got modernized Tier 2 armor sets.
Like here, buy this pet so you can pay for our donation. That's what I'm worried about.
With all that nostalgic flavor. In the War Within expansion that we released a few months ago.
Before they move on, though, the Evelyn documentary, it's really heart-wrenching event, and like the whole story, it's inspirational. It's really great. It's probably one of the best. Now, I still think WoW pandering in game with Khadgar is still it's still just pandering, but the Abelin story is legit. That's good. And things like that, memorials, like say for Wreckful,
Clay and I are so excited to be here
and
today
other players,
during this anniversary celebration
significant
to
players,
talk about
I think that's
what's
meaningful.
Coming up
but
for WoW Classic.
I can't believe that after 20 years, my Orc Warrior is still finding new adventures in Azeroth. Shout out to all my buds in Tacondrius.
Feels like just yesterday I was on my Night Elf Druid, ganking some buddies on the Teneris realm at the Crossroads. Sorry about that.
Being on the Classic team and getting to help contribute to this incomparable legacy, which has breathed new life into the original Classic experiences, I'm not sure anything compares to it.
Interesting.
I love how vocal and passionate our player base is. Not only about what parts of WoW's history they want to see
remember
come back,
EB games?
but also their passion for things we try and
Back
have
in the day?
experimented with.
Speaking of us taking some pretty big swings, in Season of Discovery, we've loved watching you use your new class abilities, take on our all-new level-up raids, find secrets, and team up to defeat Ragnaros and Nefarian.
That's coming to an end, isn't it?
We're looking forward to the AQ war effort, unlocking very, very soon here, which will lead right into the launch of the Encourage raid. This will bring new changes and surprises that we can't wait to bring to you. Fun new mechanics, difficulty changes, new...
Soda Poppin said he was waiting until this to make like an announcement for OnlyFans. I'm curious as to what that is and why.
We have one more phase to come. We previously announced we will progress through all the phases of the original Classic era. So get ready not only for Naxxramas, but new instance content featuring the Scarlet Crusade, as well as
there it
adventures
is.
in Deadwind
There
Pass.
it is. Holy
Now,
shit,
to
Classic
Cataclysm
Plus.
Classic, where we recently launched the
shit.
legendary Firelands. You've
Additional
undertaken difficult
content.
challenges, besting Ragnaros,
Wait, actually,
and
I don't know. Not
and
really.
hopefully a few steps
Actually, never
closer
mind.
to getting your
That's a
very
lie.
own Dragon Wrath staff.
Maybe, I don't know if you could call that Classic
We're looking
Plus.
forward to bringing you the final phase of Cataclysm
My idea of Classic Plus is like Classic, but then additional content, and that's kind of it. I don't know. Maybe we'll go with yes.
next. But let's be honest, you know where we're going next.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so mop. We are one away. Oh, Kung Fu Panda. Okay, this looks different. What is this? Dude, open your eyes. Am I crazy, or is this lower quality than like old cinematics? Okay, just missed the Pandaria. Classic. Yep, there it is. Okay. I thought it was different at first. It seemed different, but...
The Classic team is proud to announce that Mr. Pandaria Classic is coming, and we can't wait to bring it to you next summer. With its legendary class design and incredible raids and dungeons, set amongst a gorgeous environment and backed by an unforgettable soundtrack, we'll be traveling back to experience all that Pandaria has to offer together.
Mr. Pandaria Classic is super exciting for all of us, as well as Season of Discovery, and we love that we'll continue to be on that journey with you. But we know, we spend some time on the internet, and we've heard some of you out there, you want something fresh.
Which is why we are so pleased to announce
Fresh
that we
Classic
are bringing
servers.
you the Classic experience. All new Fresh Realms with the WoW Classic 20th Anniversary Edition. And it's happening soon.
How soon, Clay?
Actually soon. These realms will be going live next week.
I should have put that on my chart. I don't think I did.
But you won't have to rush to level 60. Classic is all about the journey after all. As
I
we've
should have
made a
known.
change,
Fresh
and our
Classic
first
servers
raid,
would have been,
Molten
yeah.
Core won't unlock for a few weeks after launch.
We'll be launching realms of all flavors, PvP, normal PvE, and for the very first time, hardcore.
That's
which
what
will
he was
progress
waiting on,
through the
fresh
phases
classic
in
servers.
lockstep with the other two. This means a fresh start for everyone at the same time, together on a level playing field with fresh economies on their.
That's what WoW used to have that it doesn't have anymore.
Jumping into WoW
Is that,
Classic's
that
initial launch in
first time
2019,
experience,
this is the perfect time
everyone's
to join
doing
our
it at the same
community.
time.
These servers will
And then
also
they just
launch
started
with some of
rushing the
quality of life
releases.
features that
Their
came later on,
content
like the
cadence was
Chrono Boom
just
Displacer to
too
save your
much.
world buffs and the improved PvP honor ranking system. And yes, we're also pleased to announce that these realms will progress to the Burning Crusade Classic.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Launching these servers
I don't know if it's a
close
good
to the
idea to
exact
make
day
those
World of
go
Warcraft
Burning
came
Crusade.
out
I think that
20
was the
years
mistake
ago,
last time.
Alongside all the work we're doing for Season of Discovery, Cataclysm Classic, and Mists of Pandaria Classic means so much
I think
to
people
us.
who play Classic
We
just
love
want to
this
play
game,
Classic.
and we love the
They
community
don't want to
that
play
has made
Burning Crusade.
Classic Realms their home alongside their friends.
From all of us on the Classic team, thank you. This amazing journey is one that's been co-written by you, our incredible community.
Hi everyone, we're in the middle of such an incredible moment for World of Warcraft. The World Soul Saga kicked off in August with the launch of The War Within, and we have been so excited to dive into the expansion alongside all of you. Whether
He's
you
looking
enjoy
healthy.
raiding, dungeons, delves, PvP, collecting appearances, pets and mounts, role-playing, or exploring the open world, we hope you found a part of Azeroth that brings you joy. It's humbling to be standing here
I feel like he
on the
doesn't have a
eve
beard
of WoW's
normally.
20th anniversary. Looking back,
Maybe that's why.
20 years ago, I was fresh out of school, and I had just seen enough of the beta to know that I needed to play this game, and then immediately stopped to avoid spoiling the experience for myself. I'd booked a couple days off work for launch, and was looking forward to really diving into Azeroth. But little did I know that my server would be offline for the first few days due to overwhelming demand. Shout out to Mal'Ganis. But even less could I imagine how this game
Can we
would
talk
in
about
so many
how, like,
ways
that's still a
define the
problem?
rest of the course of my adult life.
Putting like 50 people in one area like crashes servers.
So, let's talk about what's coming up for World of Warcraft, starting with what's on the horizon. We have 1107 Siren Isle, which is currently up on our public test realms. This update will go live next month, and it has something for everyone. On the narrative front, this update includes epilogue quest lines for Dalaran and the Kirin Tor. No spoilers, but this storyline features the mysterious Haranir, who also played a starring role in our expansion release cinematic. We'll also get into the prologue for where we're going next, but more on that in a minute. 1107 also, of course, brings its namesake, the Siren Isle, a new outdoor environment to explore,
I
full
wonder
of
if they're going to be the
mysteries
new playable
uncover,
class.
and rewards to help catch up your alts and prepare for the next
Legendary
War Within season
raid.
ahead. Plunderstorm is returning, this time with a plunder store to give you more flexibility in earning your rewards instead of that linear renown
There's the
track.
Plunderstorm event.
Also making a return will be the latest iteration of our Turbulent Timeways event and a Winter Veil revamp. We can't wait for you all to experience this update next month.
Oh, Winter Veil. I
As an
totally
additional
forgot about
treat,
that.
For those of you invested in the story of the War Within, we will be releasing a novella that explains exactly what happened to Jaina and
Ooh.
Thrall after they left us. This novella is narrated by none other than Chris Metzen and available today.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So, I know many of you have already seen 1107, but you have to be wondering where the War Within is going to take us after that. Okay, so following Xal'atath's trail is going to lead us to a location that I've been personally excited about since we first settled on the idea of an underground expansion. Undermined, the capital of the Goblins' trade empire.
Goblin.
Fittingly, our name for the 11.1 patch is Undermined with a D. Now, this is a city unlike any city we've seen before in World of Warcraft, standing as a testament to the intelligence and creativity of the goblins as masters of technology and alchemy. And as our adventures continue, we will learn
about time.
more about goblin
It
culture
really is.
than ever before.
It's about time
What's
to do something with
important to them,
goblins.
What problems they're trying to solve, what they're capable of as a society. Everything that makes them truly
Mechagon
unique,
2.0.
beyond the humor and the explosions. Though, just to be clear, there's going to be a whole lot of explosions. You'll arrive at an Undermine that's plunged into conflict between the four major goblin cartels: Steamweedle, Blackwater, Bilgewater, and of course, the Venture Company.
To be honest, though, I am kind of tired of this whole
You'll
like
align yourself
factions within zones that fight against each other, some ally with each other. It's just
Baron
it's kind of
Rebelgaz,
tired.
Marin
We've done it so many
and more.
times.
Now,
but
if
like,
you're going to be in
it's
cahoots with
already
the
like an
Goblin Cartel,
overused trope.
you can't be seen rolling around in anything less than a truly blinged out ride. So early
Like, I
on,
understand
you'll earn
societies are
vehicles
split,
designed
but
just for Undermined
it's
to
just
push
done
the
so many
boundaries
times.
of locomotion within World of Warcraft. Undermined
Here's
was
the good
built
guy
for
goblins.
speed,
Here's the bad
with
guy
roads
goblins.
designed for driving, which is just as well because this car travels much, much faster than your regular ground mounts. You can also further adjust your car's driving characteristics. Do you prefer grip or do you want to drift more? Do you want more acceleration
So pimp
even
my
if it's going
ride
to come
in
at the
WoW?
expense of your top speed? That's up to you. You can try it all and rule the streets of Undermined, living your life 440 yards at a time.
So GTA. So we got GTA and WoW before GTA
We'll
6.
also be
Gotcha.
adding a new dungeon in Undermined, Operation Floodgate, which is a race to stop a group of goblins from blowing a dam that would bring ruin to the Ringing Deeps. This dungeon will also be immediately available as part of our new Season 2 dungeon pool on Heroic, Mythic, and Mythic Plus difficulties, alongside the 4 other launch dungeons and 3 returning legacy dungeons. Now, we'll have many more details in the weeks ahead, but I can tell you that one of those legacy dungeons, naturally, in light of our goblin theme here, is the Motherlode from Battle for Azeroth.
Yep.
Continuing to build upon one of our favorite parts of the War Within, this new zone brings with it 2 new delves for you to
Motherlode is a
explore,
weird dungeon
and
in
we're
my
creating
opinion,
new
but
variations
sure.
on the existing delves. We're also introducing seasonal updates to Bran Bronzebeard, a new adversary to follow Zekvir, and a new set of goblin-inspired curios for Bran.
Oh, I totally
Of course,
forgot
a new
about
season
delves.
also means a new raid zone. We have an 8-boss raid called the Liberation
don't care about
of Undermined
curios.
coming your way, which takes you through the streets of the city and into the magnificent Galagio, brimming with color and extravagance that also hides the dark secrets of its owner,
So Fallout
the
New
one and
Vegas.
only Gallywix. And for the arena PvPers out there, we're also introducing a new arena map set right amidst the city. Now, some of you may be wondering how Xalatath fits into all of this, and how goblin politics relate to the fate
Is
of our
she
world
wearing
soul.
shoes?
But rest assured,
Can we see her feet?
Undermined plays a vital role as a continuation, a next chapter in the many stories that are unfolding in the War Within. We will have a lot more to share on that front in the months ahead.
We need time to figure out the main storyline. So while you're doing this side stuff,
And that is just the beginning of what we have planned for the next year. Now, as you can see, 2025 is going to be an incredible year for both modern and classic WoW players.
okay.
As the World Soul Saga continues to unfold, we are reflecting on these past 20 years with immense
Not really a
gratitude as we
meme, but
lay
the Sword of
foundations
Sargeras,
upon
I mean,
which to
mentioned.
build the next 20. On behalf of the entire World of Warcraft team, thank you so much for being the heart of the history of Azeroth. Whether you've just joined our community,
I should have put that on
been
my
with us
bingo
for the
card.
last 2
Thank
decades,
you.
or somewhere in between,
Somewhere
thank you for
there.
making Azeroth your home. And speaking of home, the team does have one more thing to share with you.
Here it is. What is it? Okay. Garrisons. Player housing. It's not. It's player housing. It's not. It's a store. We can buy rugs. Midnight, yep. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Thank you for joining us today and for
Okay.
being with us for the past 3 decades. The Warcraft universe is a living, breathing world that's been experienced by over 250 million players around the globe. That's millions of stories of adventure, laughter, and true connection. And as the years have passed and our communities have grown and evolved, the statue behind us reminds us all how important Warcraft is and continues to be. It serves as a reminder of our shared passion for building Azeroth together. And it's you who truly bring Warcraft to life. our
There's
players,
some legit cosplays.
and the communities you
That's
are
so
a part
cool.
of. Thank you for being the lifeblood of this world that means so much
Hey,
to
it's
all
the
of us.
it's the people that
30
they
years of
serve
history is
instead of the rest of the
perfect
player
foundation upon which
base.
we
Just
will
the
build for the bright
1%.
future ahead, and we can't wait to walk that road alongside you.
What do I think of all this? I think there's a lot of solid announcements in there. Did we end up getting to bingo? I mean, we didn't get a WoW class announcement. We didn't really get Chris Metzen like mentioned, or StarCraft remastered like I thought there was gonna be. There also, I mean, there was technically a collab event, so we could count that, but nothing about Microsoft. And I thought they were gonna sneak Diablo in there, but that makes sense that why they didn't. Nothing about season 2. I mean, you could count this if you want to. It doesn't really matter. Nothing about reused assets. You could say Sword of Sargeras. That was kind of shown, not really mentioned. But yeah, no, I think we were just short of bingo in a lot of ways. I mean, I think the only way we maybe would have bingo is if you count the new insert as a WoW lore we never knew about, because this new character class is supposed to be in there that we're putting in. But to be honest, a lot of really cool announcements. Nothing really like groundbreaking, except for maybe like the Warcraft stuff. But I mean, there was some pretty decent stuff snuck into there. It wasn't too bad overall. They didn't pander too much. I think they did that smoothly well. Like overall, like decent. Like I could move on from it. But overall, decent. And I'm gonna say cool. All right, Nido Burrito. So for those of you stuck around to the end here and watch the video, I really do appreciate it. We will of course be streaming and playing more WoW as time goes on, but of course add in your favorite thing in the comments as far as what are you hoping for? What are the things you're excited for? What are the things that maybe I missed that that you saw that seemed pretty cool? And yeah, until next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.